Hey, so it's Tuesday. What's today? 24th of March. And just yesterday, I got this in the mail. I'm super excited about it. This came from, check this out. Ooh, Royal Mail came from the United Kingdom. And here it is. A piece of pie. This is from my favorite podcast. Or not podcast, YouTube channel, sorry. Number file. And so they printed off, like, I forget, like the first 50,000 digits of pi. They printed on these little cards, and the guy that runs the channel signed every single card. I got one. Oh, so excited. So I'm definitely going to frame this and put it on the wall. Deciding whether I want to, put it on the wall at school or at home. I don't know. Think about that one. All right. Well, anyways, let's do some math this morning. I was gonna do. Here we go. Khan Academy. Pythagorean theorem define isosceles triangle side lengths. This is just more Pythagorean theorem stuff, really. And frankly, in this one, I highly recommend that you follow my example and don't. I mean, you can watch the Khan Academy video, but I think he makes everything unnecessarily complicated. So the thing with an isosceles triangle is we can cut it right down the middle and have two right triangles. So two right triangles, Pythagorean theorem, right? So here I could sort of ignore one whole side of the triangle. I'll draw a little sketch of what this looks like. I want to be using grid paper. I hope it's not confusing. We've got 8, and I've got x. I've got 12. There we go. Let's go over to our, all right. So we're trying to find the unknown side here. Well, here, the trick here is if that's 12, then half of it, because you're cutting the isosceles triangle right down the middle, is 6. And so now we've got A and B and C for our Pythagorean theorem. So A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And hopefully you do recognize that 8, 6, 10. 10 is the other side. That's a common right triangle to show up in these problems, but we'll do the math anyway. So I've got 8 squared plus 6 squared equals C squared. That's 64 plus 36 equals C squared. 64 and 36 is 100. And the square root of 100 is 10. Okay, let's go back and take a look. Let's see. No, that's not the one I want. This is the one I want. Okay, there we go. All right, and there's 10. Options 48, square root of 80, square root of 96. I don't know. All right. Next up, let's see. Here we're trying to find the height of the triangle. Hey, bud. Good morning. So let's see. So I'm going to sketch this out. Kind of what this looks like here. And I've got here. So we've got x, 5, and 6. Okay. So let's see here. So in this case, notice if the full base of the isosceles triangle is 6, then this is going to be a 3 because it's just halfway across. And you might recognize this to be a 3, 4, 5 right triangle. But we'll do the math anyway. So I've got a squared, b squared equals c squared. Remember, c, the hypotenuse is the long side. So the c is 5 squared. And these two don't really matter. I'm going to replace the a with an x squared, and 3 will be our b, plus 3 squared. So let's see, x squared plus 9 equals 25. Subtract 9 from each side. I get x squared equals 16. Take the square root on both sides, and x equals 4. All right, ta-da. Let's go back. Let's see, here we go. Oh, there's 4. I'm looking for one of the ones where, here we go. Here we go. So here is one where I feel like if you watch the Khan Academy video, he just makes it unnecessarily complicated. So we got 12, 15, 15, and x. Okay. So here, I'm trying to solve for x, and he's going to do this crazy thing where it's like 1/2 x, blah, blah. It's nonsense. So let's just forget that this is x right now, and let's just call this a, b, and c. Okay. So I've got a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I'm just dealing with the half on this side, or whichever half you want to pick. And you might recognize this is a 15, 12, 5. No, it's not 15, 13, 12, 5. Scratch that. This is 9. Anyways, so I'm going to replace a with 12 squared plus b. We don't know b squared, and we have 15 squared over here. Yeah. So that gives me, let's see, 144 plus b squared is 225. That's 15 squared. Subtract 144 from each side, and I get b squared is 81, and the square root of 81 is 9. Now you want to be careful here because I bet 9 is one of our options, but 9 isn't what we want. 9 is just half the triangle, right? So there's another b over here, and all together we have 9 plus 9, it's 18 units all the way across. So let's go take a look. Nope, see, look, they give 9 as an option. Trick, they're trying to trick us, don't fall for it. 18 is the correct answer, because 9 is just halfway across. We want the entire length all the way across. Bingo. Okay. So let's go back here to our 3 problem types. Here, we were given the base all the way across. Hey, bud, how's it going? Hey, I'm almost done here, all right? Cheerios. How does that sound? Do you want honey on them? Hot dog. All right, so 12 is all the way across. So halfway is 6. We were given the height, 6 and 8, a squared plus b squared, c squared, we got 10. Here, we were given the hypotenuse, and we were given the length all the way across the base, but we had to cut that in half, right, and then solve for the height. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Remember that the hypotenuse c is always the longest side. And then down here, the one where it's a little bit tricky, but so we were given the hypotenuse, or the this side here, and we're given the height, and we had to solve for the full base all the way across. So once we do our Pythagorean theorem, and we got a 9, we had to remember that it's also a 9 on the other side for a full 18 all the way across. Right? So good luck with these, and yeah.